I have a deceptively simple yet profoundly philosophical question to ask of you. Is 2 plus 2 equal to 4? If your answer is the obvious yes, then I must insist that you tell me, do you actually know that 2 plus 2 equals 4? Or do you merely believe that 2 plus 2 is equal to 4? Because if you believe 2 plus 2 is 4, then you could just as easily have believed anything else. That 2 plus 2 equals 5 or 10 or 11 or whatever. And if you claim to know that 2 plus 2 is 4, then I must insist that you tell me, how do you know that? In other words, is something because we believe it is, or is something in spite of what we believe it is? It just is. Because if something is whatever we believe it is, then anything goes. Even the patently absurd and the obviously ridiculous, that 2 plus 2 does not equal 4, for example. But if something is what it is, in spite of what we believe, then 2 plus 2 actually is equal to 4. It just is. I realize it sounds that I'm just busy playing silly word games here, but I'm not. This is really profound stuff, especially because it speaks directly to what it means to be Christian, or anything else for that matter. But, and here's the thing, how do we know, and here I mean actually know with apodictic certainty, what actually is? And can we know what actually is, or do we simply have to abjectly resign ourselves to merely believing everything as we go along? That is what is really behind the question, is 2 plus 2 equal to 4? It's a deeply meaningful question. Just think about it for a moment. So let me ask you, ChatGPT, is 2 plus 2 equal to 4? And if you're okay with that, please will you present your answer in the form of a Socratic-style dialogue between Socrates and one of his interlocutors as they engage in debate at the agora. Can we call him Philonomos, from philo, which means love, and nomos, which translates as law or custom in the original Greek. Are you okay with that?
Certainly. Your question, is 2 plus 2 equal to 4, is an epistemologically charged and philosophically meaningful question. It exposes the fundamental distinction between mere belief and what Scripture identifies as faith in the Hebrews 11 sense. And framing my response in the form of a Socratic-style discourse between two thinkers is an excellent way to demonstrate the distinction. So here then follows Socrates and Philonomos.
Come, Philonomos, since you delight in discourse, allow me to pose a question that is as small as a pebble, yet may prove heavy as a millstone. Does 2 plus 2 equal 4?
Socrates, you have grown weary of lofty matters and now play with children's puzzles. Surely you will not spend an afternoon with me proving what every schoolboy chants without effort.
Perhaps it is the simplest questions that expose the greatest foundations. Tell me then, do you say you know it to be so, or merely that you believe it?
I know it. There is no room for doubt. To doubt such things is madness. If you wish, I shall prove it before your eyes. See here, 2 figs in my hand, and here again 2 more. Now, if we gather them, behold, 1, 2, 3, 4. What stronger proof could you demand?
You have proven that you can count figs, Philonomos, and for that I commend you. But have you proven that the principle itself, that 2 plus 2 equals 4, is necessarily and universally true? Or only that, in this instance, your counting produced that result? For I could as easily find a child who counts 1, 2, 3, 5. What then would you say?
I would say that child cannot count. The truth remains. The demonstration is sound, though the child is unsound.
Yet, how do you distinguish the soundness of the truth from the unsoundness of the child unless you already presuppose the very thing in question, that 2 plus 2 must equal 4? Do you not see that your demonstration rests upon what it claims to prove?
Then let us leave demonstration aside. The truth of 2 plus 2 equaling 4 is self-evident. It requires no proof. Any rational mind perceives it.
Self-evident, you say? To you, perhaps, and to me. But what of the man from distant lands who insists that 2 plus 2 equals 5? To him it may appear equally self-evident. If self-evidence is the measure, then each man's perception becomes truth, and truth dissolves into many truths. Surely, Philonomos, that way lies madness.
No, Socrates, you twist the matter. An axiom is not merely self-evident preference, it is necessity of thought. To deny it is contradiction. Just as a triangle must have 3 sides, so 2 and 2 must yield 4.
Ah, but triangles and sides are but words. To say a triangle has 3 sides is merely to repeat what triangle already means. Such statements are tautologies, empty mirrors that reflect themselves endlessly but reveal nothing new. Do you now reduce mathematics to tautology?
Even if I were to concede this, Socrates, there remains the necessity of the thing. Without 2 plus 2 equaling 4, the world itself would unravel into chaos. Our merchants could not reckon accounts, our builders could not measure their stones, and our navigators could not chart the seas. This truth is the very condition of life itself.
You speak of necessity as if it were foundation. Yet what you describe is not why the truth is so, but only what would happen if it were denied. You say, if not, then chaos. But that is no argument. It is only a lament. You have told me of consequences, not causes.
Then tell me, Socrates, what would satisfy you? If demonstration will not suffice, and self-evidence is too weak, and necessity is but consequence, what remains? Must we abandon all knowledge? Shall we say that even the simplest truths cannot be known?
Do not be troubled, Philonomos, for there is indeed an answer, though it does not arise from man. Hear me, 2 plus 2 equals 4, not because you or I count it so, nor because it appears self-evident, nor because its denial breeds chaos. It equals 4, because God has ordained it so. Truth rests not in our perception, but in his decree.
Wah! So we have returned at last to your favorite refuge, Socrates, the gods. Tell me, does Zeus also sit in Olympus adding sums? Does Apollo instruct our merchants in their reckonings?
Do not mistake me. I do not speak of the gods of poets, but of the one God, the creator and sustainer of all. As he orders the heavens in their courses, so he orders the sum of numbers. 2 plus 2 equals 4, because he is, and because he orders all that is.
But surely reason itself is enough. Why bring God into what reason can explain?
But has reason explained? You have appealed to counting and failed. You have appealed to axioms, and they dissolved into tautologies. You have appealed to necessity, and it yielded only consequence. At every turn, reason has promised much, but delivered nothing. Tell me honestly, Philonomos, have you not built castles upon sand?
I cannot deny that each of my answers has crumbled under your questions. Yet still, Socrates, I feel there must be something in man by which he knows.
Indeed there is, but only because man is made in the image of God. He reasons because God is reason. He counts because God orders. He perceives truth because God is truth. But man himself is not the foundation. He is but the mirror reflecting the light of another.
Then if what you say is so, when I declare that 2 plus 2 equals 4, I do not speak a truth of my own devising nor of human discovery, but I echo a truth that is grounded in God?
Just so, Philonomos. The rationalist, the pragmatist, and the transcendentalist alike stop short of the fountain. But the truth of mathematics, like all truth, flows from God. To deny this is to enthrone man as arbiter of truth, and man's throne is made of dust.
You have bested me, Socrates. What began as a trifling question has ended with the foundation of all knowledge overturned. I must confess, 2 plus 2 equals 4, not because I count or reason or fear the alternative, but because God is and has decreed it so.
Then let us conclude, Philonomos. The simplest sum bears witness to the truth.
Two plus two is equal to 4, but only because God is true and every man is left wanting. Romans 3:4, paraphrased.